Hey Leos, welcome back to my channel, Caseyleighreiki, and I am Casey. So today I am going to be doing your general reading. This will be for June for my Leo sun, moon, rising, and or Venus signs. And a couple things that I'm just going to mention, and then we'll get right into it. We're going to pull some tarot. I have a couple readings left to do for the month of June, and you guys just called out to me as soon as I sat down. So that's why we're doing your reading today. And I want to use the Tarot of the Divine today, which is a mixture of all sorts of different things. They base it off of some like folklore, different cultures, generations. They give ode to Little Mermaid, Aladdin, things like that. So there's a lot of cool stuff in here, and I felt so drawn to this for some reason. Very specifically this card, which I believe is the moon, obviously, in the deck. So I feel like there's going to be a story here for you guys today. Truthfully, it feels kind of, it's like sad, but like acceptance. Ow, hey, sorry, my cat's below me. Hi. And I didn't know that I was booping him with my toe. He was like batting me. Anyways, so cover this just in case. So, there's like a sadness, but an acceptance, maybe kind of like a nostalgia. I do feel a sensation of looking back maybe on things of the past or things that have just held a really strong place in your heart, maybe something emotional, very emotional here. They are showing me the heart chakra, which is why I said of the heart. And some really strong emotions here kept in the heart. It feels very nostalgic kind of in a way. Nostalgic acceptance, looking back at something and maybe giving love to something that you might not have been able to give love to before, or you might not have been able to come to an area of acceptance maybe. I don't know, it's very weird. This could be like a breakup type of scenario, or again, something that maybe was painful at the time and you couldn't give it love. Now that you've moved forward, you're capable of giving it that love and acceptance and kind of those good vibes, you know? He's like, get your feet out of my face. But yeah, that's kind of all I'm picking up for you guys right now. We're just going to go into tarot. I'm not going to do oracle because I feel like this deck has something to say. Before we get started, a couple things obviously to keep in mind is that energy is fluid, it's not linear, so this could be past, present, or future tense for you. If you have to switch the roles, go ahead and do that. That's very possible. If it's not your story, no big deal, then it might be next time. Always, of course, watch your sun, moon, rising, and Venus so we can get like a full picture of what's happening in your life. If you guys are interested in booking a session with me, or you want to keep up with me on other platforms, everything you need to know is down in the description box below. So websites there, how to book with me, all that good stuff, all down below for you guys. So check that out if you have any questions. And of course, if you like the way that I read, you want to hang out with me some more, hit the like button, leave me a comment, and of course, subscribe, hit the bell notification for more. So let's get into this, Leos. Because really I feel like this deck has something to give today. I really feel like this deck has something to tell us. Like, I cannot... Oh my god, look at that! This was the first deck on the top. I mean, the first card on the top of the deck. First card on the top of the deck was the moon, was the card on the front that I said I bet is going to pop up. I bet you. Because I was so drawn to that image. Look at that. The moon. We're keeping that here. We are keeping that here for sure. Okay? Wow. Wow, that is crazy. That is crazy. I do not feel like I should be taking reversals today, so I won't be doing that. Wow. Wow. But I am just going to shuffle it like normal. The moon, right off the bat. This is some Cancer energy. You might have it in your chart. Woo! You might have it in your chart. You might also, the other person that you're dealing with, I want to say dating for some reason. And it, like I said, it could be past, present, future tense. So someone that maybe you have dated, but some sort of romantic connection. They could be a Cancer. They could have that in their chart as well. Take it as it resonates. Does not have to be. Wow. But this is about seeing something clearly, because look at that. The reflection of the moon in the water, it gives that like distortion. So it's like, but she's looking up at the actual moon. So it's almost like acceptance that at one point something here like was distorted, or it was not the full picture. It looked to be something different, right? This reflection. I feel like you and the person in question, you guys were mirrors maybe for each other. There to learn a lesson from each other, there to understand something about yourselves through the other person, right? This was a way to learn, to grow, to develop by being with this other person or having them in your life. It showed you something that you guys helped each other in this kind of symbiotic way, even if maybe the ending wasn't ideal, or even if this person, you know, isn't in your life now. But there is something very important there that you guys stay connected for some type of reason. So I feel like, you know, if you're looking back kind of with acceptance, because now she's looking up like at the moon, it's almost like now I see the clear picture, whereas before she might have been looking down and seeing this picture. So instead of the illusion here, the distortion, now she can see the full picture. That's kind of what I'm getting off of this for some odd reason. Weird. Very weird. Very, very weird. Okay. I'll tell you that I'm definitely excited to see what comes out though now. It's really hard to shuffle this deck like that, so. Okay. I'll shuffle it like this and then we'll split it. Very interesting. Very interesting energy. It's like oddly just like sad energy. I'm gonna put this up here so I can see it. Ooh, but also, this is sticking out to me a lot. These flowers, I believe, are like, these aren't, I don't believe, lotus. I think these are lilies because of the lily pads. But this, for some reason, like reminds me of lotus flowers, which are known for like hardships and spiritual journeys, for the fact that they bloom out of essentially like the mud. But I believe those are lilies, obviously, like I said. Either way, it's giving me that vibe. Ooh, I have wicked bad chills. Yeah, so this is like you blooming from something that previously would have been deemed like a struggle in your mind, or your perception of it was a struggle. It was a hard time. It was a bad time in your life. It was a time when maybe you were really upset. You were really emotionally like, you know, it was an emotionally turbulent time. But now it's like, you've bloomed from that and you've grown. The chills are nonstop. You've bloomed from that and you've grown. So now you can look at that with love and acceptance and, you know, this place of almost like respect of like, I've been through that. Like I successfully had made my way through something like that. Whereas before, I don't think you could have looked at it in that way. Which is, honestly, it gives me such, oh my god, it's so beautiful. Incredibly, like, inspiring, like, vibes that you have the ability to do that. It's something not a lot of people have that ability to do, so definitely be proud of yourself, you know? Okay, one more shuffle. The Chariot at the bottom with Six of Swords. Wow, look at that. With the High Priestess. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow. Hierophant in reverse. The Sun in reverse. Wow. Four of Swords in reverse. Good Lord. Nine of Wands in reverse here. Wow, Nine of Swords too. This is insane. Okay, wow. Wow. Oh, the storyline. Six of Cups. You're kidding. Wow. Wow. You have the World in reverse under that. King of Wands. This is you right here. King of Wands. because that is Leo energy, with the world in reverse, with death in reverse. Oh my God, what is this? 4 of coins. Oh, you poor babies. Poor babies. Okay. All right. Here's what I think. The moon also is, like I said, very subconscious. It's these darker parts of ourselves, these shadow work, things that we need to work ourselves through. The Chariot, fast moving energy, very fast moving. And it's really about, leaving something behind, heading to that next part of your cycle, right? Heading to that next part of your life. And I feel like if this especially is a romantic partner, whether it's past, present, whatever, this was huge for you to let go and to move on from. This was a big piece of you that you had to come to terms with. You had to lay it to rest. And it leaves an impact, right? Chills are nonstop. So with the Chariot here, it's like the next card that comes after the Chariot would be Strength, and then you have the Hermit. So Strength card coming after the Chariot is because you are on your way to something else you would need strength for. The next part of your life, the next cycle that you are diving headfirst in, you will need strength to work through this. You'll need strength to figure it out, to thoroughly succeed at what you are headed towards. And the Chariot is Cancer energy as well. The moon technically is not, like, if you're going by the deck, by the book, but I say that because the moon rules Cancer. The Chariot is also Cancer energy, so you might have it in your chart. Someone close to you might have someone involved maybe has some Cancer energy, or this could just be focusing on that energy of Cancer, which is a strong emotional pull towards something. And especially with eclipse season is huge to, really come to terms with something and get rid of the last little pieces that maybe we didn't get rid of before, or maybe it's the first, jump into getting rid of something we've been trying to and have struggled with before, right? But I just get huge Cancer vibes, which is eclipse vibes for me, letting go, starting new in a very beautiful way, in a sense where you are transforming something, like I said in the beginning. And the Cancer energy can also be holding on to the past in a way that, again, does not serve you. That's why the eclipse energy, I think, comes in as well. The Cancer energy can be holding on to the past, holding on to people, places, things that are no longer in your life, but you just hold this memory with you. And I think it was about changing the way you held that memory with you that allowed or will allow you to move past this. The Chariot is the energy of moving on to something new. Like I said, Strength comes after this, so this is like moving on and pulling up all that strength with you. Strength is also card of Leo, so it's like pulling out this bravery and courage within you that's like natal to you to help you get through the next phase, right? Which would be the Hermit. It's Virgo energy, and doesn't have to be important, like I always say, but I throw it out there just in case. The Hermit is a journey that you take alone. It's a journey that you go on by yourself. And it's not a trip, it's not a car ride, it's not a fun thing we do. It is intense shadow work and literally a journey. And I say the word journey because it implies that this is somewhere that you will be for quite a long time. So it's like you are moving onto a period where you will need to pull up that strength, courage, bravery, that, persistence, that perseverance in you, right? That strong, energy of the sun. Pulling that up, that yang energy out of you to be able to push yourself through a time of essentially of darkness, right? Because the Hermit, it's dark, it's cold, he's traveling alone, he's been there for quite some time, and he is taking this knowledge that he has and he is completely transforming it into wisdom. He, she, whomever. It's about, like I said in the beginning, taking something, transforming it into something else, knowledge into wisdom, okay? So I really feel like you guys are on your way to something, and it might be that it's happening soon, you might be doing it now, and maybe you've already done it. Whichever way, you need to leave it behind, and changing the storyline, changing the, what's the word I'm looking for? changing the script, if that makes sense, you know? Like, you're going back and you're rewriting that for yourself. That's how we're going to get past this. It's about thinking outside of the box a little bit. And then on top of that, you also have Six of Swords. This is 2 cards about water, because look at the water. We're emotionally moving past something and transforming something emotionally negative, just for a lack of a better word, into something more positive, into something filled with opportunities, as opposed to looking back at it and saying, here's where I had an obstacle. You're saying, here's where a door opened for me. Here's where I changed. Here's where I grew. Here's where I became a better version of myself. Man, I want to cry doing this reading. You guys have really changed yourselves through whatever this is, and it really makes me emotional because I'm picking up on what you guys are feeling. Wow. This is a time where you guys have really become the person that, you know, you wanted to be and that you want to be, and it was an opportunity, a door open for you to become your most authentic self, and I feel like a huge turning point for you to kind of like grow into the person you're meant to be. It's this huge growing experience for you, and I feel like it holds such a deep place in your heart, and that's why this has been so hard. But Six of Swords, the swords represents air energy, communicating the way that you're processing, like I'm saying, taking it from one thing to another, changing the script, rewriting that for yourself. Okay, so this is about moving to a better place mentally, and with all the water, it's emotionally as well. I think this thing has maybe plagued you for a little bit too long, and you kind of got stuck there, Cancer energy, stuck in that past, and now you're able to finally, you know, move to the next thing. And it's not like you're just going to be like overnight, but you've started the next phase of that journey, because like I said, it's a journey. It's like, not just like, oh yeah, you're going to go down that street, take a left, and then take a right, you're there. No. You're like, this is like okay, you're going to get on this highway, and you're going to go for about fucking, excuse my language, but like, you're going to go for like 50 miles, go all the way down, and then you're going to get off at this exit, then you're going to have to do a loop-de-loop, go through this back road, you're going to have to travel onto this dirt road to get to this other place. It's like, you're going on a journey. You're not just going to turn around and get there in a half a second. You know what I'm saying? It's long. Like I said, the gravel road, like, you're getting on a gravel road. It's not paved the whole way. Sometimes maybe you get off track and you got to figure it out on your own, where you're like, oh, gravel stop, but up there it looks like there's car tracks. We're going to go up there. This is what I'm saying. You're navigating through this journey, one thing at a time. This journey has many parts, and this is one very important, very large part of this journey. This is insane. I can't believe I'm at 18 minutes. It's just crazy to me. Following that, we have the High Priestess as well. So some Pisces energy here. The High Priestess to me says very much so that this part of the journey is about listening to yourself. It's about using discernment to understand when things are distorted, when things are an illusion, they're not true, or maybe there's pieces that you're missing that you need, right? It's understanding when there is something solid there and listening to it. It's also belief in yourself. Belief in yourself, belief in your abilities, belief in your intuition. It is really connecting with the divine. And look, in the High Priestess card, the moon, once again. This is connecting with the divine, and it's pulling back this, veil to reveal something that has been there, but again, maybe you weren't ready to understand it. It wasn't time yet, okay? Underneath that High Priestess, you have the Four of Swords in reverse, okay? So the Four of Swords normally would be this energy of like needing to kind of take like a mental rest. It's take a break, meditative state, like I need to rest before the next thing, because it's like, there's more to come. It's that anticipation that there's more to come. And in this deck, it is definitely depicted as something, very different than normal tarot. This person it's not even a person, it's like a wolf, where one of these swords is like through the mouth, and it almost makes me feel like, when this is in reverse, it's like you have all these things going on in your head or going on intuitively, but you don't understand, or you can't figure out how to get to that place of mental rest. So I feel like there's like the struggle there, and it's no surprise that this comes underneath the High Priestess, because this is what I'm saying, the discernment of being able to take those feelings, put them into words, do something that is having trouble with my words today. What's the word I'm looking for? I want to use the word transform again, but it's like to structure it differently. You want to take this information and find a way to structure it different, so that way you can get it out, of you, to discern what you need to do and what is just kind of your thoughts like running amok in your head. I hope that makes sense. I'm having trouble kind of describing what I'm feeling. But it's like you need to kind of, by being more receptive and in that High Priestess energy, you're still actively doing something. So it might have been like, well, if I don't do this and I don't do that, then I'm not like progressively working towards this. I'm not working towards this goal that I want in terms of getting over this or dealing with it, or, coming just to a neutral place about it. You're not processing it, but realistically it's the total opposite, because you can still sit silently in your own energy, be receptive, meditate, or pull cards for yourself or whatever, and just be in this very peaceful moment. You are still actively getting things done in that way, because you're open to receiving messages. You are opening this channel to the divine, to source, whatnot, right? Underneath the Chariot also, you have the Hierophant in reverse. So some Taurus energy here. So for me, what I feel like with this is that the next cycle or the next phase of this like journey was you disconnecting from this person, was you breaking a contract with another person, maybe on a soul level, or maybe literally, in 3D realm, you are disconnecting from someone in your life. So this is like full speed ahead, gaining that strength, utilizing that strength, courage, bravery, like I said, to disconnect yourself and cut ties with someone in your life. Six of Swords that we had earlier, underneath that falls the Sun in reverse, and the Sun is Leo energies. This is you guys, but you're not feeling you. This is not your true energy. When the Sun comes out in reverse, it's unhappiness, it's, feeling maybe down or in a place of darkness, right? It's not having that like life force energy inside you anymore. You're not, you're not shining from the inside out. It's like this beam of light they're showing me, like coming out of your chest, like that is not there when this card comes in reverse. And the Six of Swords aspecting that is like, we're moving away from this, because I don't like feeling like this. It's like the determination of I have to find a way to cope, to process, to change this into this, and it's very difficult, obviously, but you're ready to move away from that energy and try something new and change it. And I think that this is, for a lot of you, I feel like you are in the process of doing it, or you are going to be doing it. I don't necessarily feel like this is in the past for most of you. I think this is kind of to come. Following that, I had the Nine of Wands in reverse and Nine of Swords. And this to me just says kind of succumbing to what is in front of you, succumbing to the pain, surrendering to the pain or the anxiety, the racing thoughts, just, kind of allowing yourself to be the victim for a moment. Don't stay in there, but be the victim for a moment and process how that feels and accept those feelings. Sometimes I think with Leo, Lion, you guys can be prideful. And I think it's this matter of, no, like what you did didn't bother me. Like I'm the one who won. I'm the one who did this, that, and the other thing. Like I'm the one who got out unscathed, but you didn't. And it's okay to say what you did hurt me. It's okay to say what you did really broke me down. It's okay to say I wasn't strong enough in that moment, or you made me feel weak, you made me feel hurt, you made me feel unloved. Like it's okay to feel those weak moments. I think sometimes with that Leo energy, you guys kind of steer away from that. This to me is kind of dropping that down and just being like, okay, yeah, like I do have these racing thoughts, and I do have these moments of weakness, and I do rethink what happened, and I don't understand, and I want to, and it hurts me, and it has this lasting imprint an impact in my brain. I feel like you guys maybe didn't want to actually admit that for a really long time. And I wasn't going to take reversals in the beginning, but as soon as these cards came out, I was like, ooh, that's a story. We're not going to touch that. After that, you had the Six of Cups. So this is what I'm saying, is that you letting down your guard and kind of waving that white flag and saying, like, I'm not going to persist on this path anymore because the way that I'm going isn't working. By you letting that guard down and accepting that, coming to a place of acceptance, and, you know, having compassion rather than just seeing only pain when you think about this. That Six of Cups energy, more Cancer energy, more of the past, soul contracts, karmic connections, connections with your soul family. I feel like whoever this person is that is in question here in your life has been a part of your life for quite some time. And you guys were meant to probably meet up in this lifetime to specifically be a mirror, like I said, for each other, to understand each other, understand yourselves a little bit more. And that Six of Cups, that's what I'm saying. This is the original connection with the Six of Cups. That's that very deep karmic tie that you feel to this person. And by you saying enough is enough, I'm going to do this instead of do this thing that maybe has always been comfortable for me or that I've done with other people, I've done in the past. We're changing the past now. We're transforming the past into something totally different. You are utilizing the tools that are in front of you and you're making huge waves. You're changing so much. By you doing this, you are finally putting an end to the cycle with this specific person, or maybe just with this specific situation that maybe you've had with multiple people. You are literally in the process of changing like a timeline. It's like the butterfly effect. What you do here in this moment, you know, be proud that you are able to do this and that you choose to pursue it no matter how painful it might be or how tough it might be, because this is what is going to change literally the rest of your life, karmically speaking, on a soul level. This is so important for you to do. This is the work that you need to do to fully, you know, open yourself up and be the best version of you authentically, break those ties, break those like generational curses or anything that has followed you karmically into this life. This is how you're doing that. Following a couple more cards over here, and then we'll wrap up. I have the World in reverse and the King of Wands. The King of Wands is you guys, okay? Staying in a place for way too long. And I don't think it's necessarily that maybe you stayed in the relationship itself too long. I feel like this is more so you staying in a place where the emotions aren't right, or staying in multiple places where the emotions aren't right, where you're not able to maybe fully express yourself, fully be that King of Wands, that vibrant you know, you're not following those things that make you light up with excitement or pleasure or what have you. This is staying in a cycle repeated, and I feel like it's repeated for lifetime after lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, like just continuing on. I said that weird, continuing on. But it feels like it has just been very repetitive throughout your many lives, and this is finally the time where you are breaking that. And I'm so confident in this, couldn't be more confident, okay? Very last card was Death in reverse and Four of Coins, or Four of Pentacles. You weren't allowing something, especially with the Death card here. The Death card is the ultimate card of transforming something, because death is not a closed door. It's a chance to open one. Okay, it's an opportunity to open one. It's not a closed door. It's just a journey to a different place. And so that's what I feel like, is maybe there is the fear and hesitancy to close out a cycle for, you know, where does that leave me? That type of energy. Where does that leave me? Maybe you were comfortable with it in kind of a darker way, where you're like, if I thoroughly let go of this and I say enough is enough, I lay it to rest, and then like, now what? You know, maybe you needed to process this in a different way so that way you could comfortably let go of something. Because that Four of Pentacles is all about holding on to something related to stability or security with the Pentacles, something that you've built. You know, it could be that you've stayed in this place, like I said, for quite a long time, and it was almost uncomfortable to be in even a better place, no matter what was going on. You know, it might be the worst situation ever, but the fact that it was different made it uncomfortable. Maybe you just didn't know how to pull up that strength and that courage to be able to say, I'm finally ready to let go of this. But whatever it is that you were maybe going back and forth on in your head, or whatever it is that you were struggling with to transform that knowledge into wisdom and make it into, you know, a different story, like rewriting that story for yourself. I think that, like I said, you're doing it now, or you will be doing it in the future. And I think this is going to be so huge for the rest of your life and many lifetimes after that. So you guys should be proud of yourselves. I'm going to leave it there. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for allowing me the honor to read for you. I hope this helped. I hope it resonated. Like I said in the beginning, everything you need to know about me and how to keep up with me down in the description box below. And of course, if you like my reading, if you like the way I read, you want to hang out with me some more, I would love for you guys to join along on my tarot journey. Hit the subscribe button and the bell notification for more so you can get notified of upcoming videos. And I'm going to see you guys next month. All right, guys. Bye.